Check it out, those juices are just draining out of this brisket. I am loving it. All right, let's get to this Texas brisket cook. All right, let's trim up this 11-pound brisket. You guys know I like to start by removing the decal off of these briskets. So I'm just gonna clean this up by taking a slight edge off. All right, so I've got the brisket trimmed up. I'm using a little bit of mustard. All right, so the first rub I'm gonna apply is some coarse black pepper. Second rub is some kosher salt. All right, next I'm gonna add Lawry's seasoned salt. Again, I'm holding this pretty high. All right, now let's season our presentation side. Same order, pepper, kosher salt, and our Lawry's seasoned salt. All right, so just pat the rub down. All right, let's load up this brisket. All right, so here's the brisket. So I'm gonna let this brisket smoke for about 5 hours. All right, so 5.5 hours into our cook, and the pit has been running between 250 and 275. So let's take a look at our brisket. All right, so that bark is looking really nice. Again, we're 5.5 hours into the cook, and that bark is looking really nice, but I still wanna get it a little bit darker. So I'm gonna let it go for about another hour and a half. All right, so we are at the 8-hour mark, and I just pulled the brisket. Let's see if I can wrap it with one sheet, just like that. It's gonna go back inside the smoker. All right, so the brisket is ready, and the total cook time was right at 11 hours. The temperature on the point was 201 degrees. I'm gonna place this in my PK100 electric smoker at 150 degrees for 12 hours. Check this baby out. All right, let's give this brisket a try and see how we did. This brisket has an amazing smoky flavor to it.